Nobody in your family has ever built generational wealth. Not your parents, not your grandparents. So, how are you even supposed to know how to do it or how to go about it? Today, I want to break that down, not with a vague, inspirational answer, because that's what today's letter was asking, but an actual definition that you can build your life around. Because generational wealth is not a vibe, it's a specific thing. So, let's get into it. This is Hello Misola, and you're welcome to another episode. Let us read today's letter. Hello, Misola. I keep hearing about generational wealth, but no one in my family has ever built any. I don't even know where to begin or what it actually looks like for someone like me. Can you break it down? I love this question because underneath it, it's a thing that a lot of people are too embarrassed to ask. Most people think they know what it is, which is like, okay, maybe I've got a job, got money coming in, so we're building generational wealth. No. So I like that we're asking this question and we're going to get into it. So this is what I'm hearing as I'm reading this letter, and it's how do I change my money story. But before we go, I'd like to state that money and wealth are not the same thing. Contrary to popular opinion, if you're in a job right now and you're getting money, like salary is coming in, that is most likely not wealth. That's money coming in. And most people who are stuck in this rat race, and when I say rat race, doesn't mean I have a thing against 9 to 5. No, it's when you're in a constant cycle that living paycheck to paycheck. That's a rat race. When you're stuck in that rat race, that's not wealth. That's just money coming in. And what that means is you're probably one emergency away from being broke, or you're probably one sack letter away from going back to level zero. But generational wealth means changing the status quo. Money, though, will help you build generational wealth. It is money that you will use to build this thing. And when we say generational wealth, it means one thing. It means that you're saying it ends with me. Yesterday's video was about someone who's like, I keep checking my account because I'm coming from a place of lack and poverty. And so there's that whole trauma behind, oh, okay, the money's still in the account. You still feel like you're living there. And I said something, I said, you owe it to the people coming after you to make sure that they don't go through what you went through, because you have an emotional wound that you're trying to heal. You don't want anybody after you to have to go through that. So, generational wealth means that you're saying this ends with me. Nobody coming after me should have to worry about money anymore. Now, it's all different, when we say values and all, because there is something that I grew up hearing. And when we talk about generation, I'm like, no, I don't want to spoil my children and all of that. No, that's different. Not spoiling your children does not mean that they should have to worry about money, that they should have to spend time doing the thing that they're not supposed to do because of money. We all have our assignments, and a lot of people are not doing the thing that they're supposed to be doing because they're chasing the bag. They cannot afford to survive. They cannot afford to live without doing the thing that they're currently doing when it has no business with their story, with their purpose, with their life. So the point I'm making is, and I don't know if you needed me to reinforce the fact that you're thinking in the right direction. Generational wealth is where we should be going to, and money and generational wealth they're different, but money is the tool that you would use to build generational wealth. So in as much as they're different, one is not less important than the other. There's no generational wealth without money. Now, before we move on to the kingdom perspective, it's very important that you know that everybody will give you their own perspective, really. They will tell you that this is how you do it and all of that. This is my own strategy. This is my own perspective. Now, let's move on to the kingdom perspective and hear what God has to say. So, first things first, wealth comes from God. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18 says it is God that gives you the power to build wealth. So let us establish that. Some people can argue with you who are not, in the faith and say, no, it's your hard work. It's you that did this. It's how many hardworking people do you know that are still broke? That don't have money. It's a spiritual thing, and that's what I established in yesterday's video as well. But before we go on, once we've understood that okay, it's spiritual, let us also understand that it is God's desire that we be wealthy. You didn't say this, but I hope that you're not feeling bad or you're not beating yourself up for wanting and craving generational wealth. No, you are in the right direction. You're thinking in the right path. Money is not everything, but money opens doors. It also empowers you. And so you need to be very serious about changing your money story, building generational wealth so that you are not defeated. It's also God's wish for you anyway. And that's where 3rd John chapter 1 verse 2 comes in. And it says, Beloved, I pray that you prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers. Now, this is the definition of wealth, is prosperity and good health. So it's holistic. And this is the definition of kingdom wealth. When you have so much money outside the faith, there is also that desire to just keep wanting more, keep wanting more. Why? Because there's a void. There's a void that you think is money that needs to fill that void, but it's not money. It's the love of God, that communion and intimacy relationship that you should have with God that you don't have just yet. So we've established now that it's God's desire that we be wealthy. He is also the one that gives us the power to get wealth. Before we move on, there is one thing I want us to say. In all of this, I do not want us to have a transactional relationship with God and say, okay, God, give me this. We're worshiping Him, we're doing all of these things just because we want to be wealthy. I want you to have that desire and I want you to strive towards changing your money story. But I also want you to understand, like I said, that there's a void that if you don't have a healthy and solid relationship with God, that will forever be left empty, that you need to fill by having that relationship. So the first thing you need to do is understand the love that God has for you. Do you know who you are? Do you know how He has loved you with an everlasting love, that He even sent His Son to die for us? Do you understand how He surrounds you? I was just reading Psalms chapter 2 and I read it in the Passion Translation, and it says, God is around me like a shield, and I am dripping in His glory. When I came to the revelation of that, it just said, if God is around me like a shield, what can attack me? What can get to me? I am dripping in His glory. So, literally, you are seeing me in the spirit and you're just seeing the glory of God surrounding me. What more can be better than that? I am beginning to digress, but that was my meditative scripture yesterday, and it just opened up a feeling of gratitude yesterday and a feeling of immense love. That how much love can the Father have for me, that He has protected me this way even before I thought about it. I would never have thought about this even before I asked. And so it's the same. What He does for one, He does for all. It's the same for you as well. So, if I know that this is the depth of love that I cannot even quantify that He has for me, I just want to reciprocate it. I just want to tell Him how I love Him. I just want, listen, I just want this relationship to grow. I just want to, I don't know how to put it, but the point I'm making is it's going to be a mistake if we're just following God because we want to grow wealth. There is more when you build that solid relationship with Him. You commune with Him and you become one with your Father. I'm trying to pass a point across, and I hope I'm passing it across so that I don't go further. But the point I'm making is, yeah, surrender it all, have that desire, have that goal, surrender it all, and just bask in His love. And just learn the love that your Father has for you. And when you understand that, when you get that revelation, you are moved. Honestly, you're moved. The money becomes irrelevant at that point, but you know it's coming. But it's not now the main focus. The main focus is how can I build this relationship with my Father? Let's move on to the strategy. What are the steps that you can take right now? You can get started right now to start building kingdom wealth. The first one is for you to cater to your basic necessities first. Kingdom wealth, like generational wealth, we're talking generations. But how do you build generational wealth? How do you pay for assets when you cannot pay for your bills? So, do you need to get a job? Do you need to start something? What is the thing that you need to do to make sure that consistently you're able to put food on your table? You're able to keep the heating on, keep your home warm. You're able to feed, you're able to pay the bills. Those are your basic necessities that you have to cater for first. Get that job, consistent income, get that stability, get it first. And once you're able to do that, we can now move on to the next step. Now, I say get that job because that's easily what I would do. Some people, that is not their path. So they would start a business or they would do something else. And once you're able to cater to your basic necessities by getting a job or starting a business or something, start stewarding your money. Look at your income, look at your expenses. How can you start saving something aside? Because the journey ahead is far. You cannot be spending everything that is coming in. Do you need to cut down your lifestyle? Like, what is it that you need to cut down because you're in a job? Yes, you're not earning a lot. Live within your means. And once you're able to do that, you can set something aside. Listen, the idea is for you to work that muscle and build that muscle. I'm not saying you have to save £200 or you have to save £500. Can you save, even if it is £10 a week that you can save? Show yourself that you can manage your money well. An extra £40 that you're not starting from zero every month says a lot. It compounds over time. So start managing your money well, because when we even get to the point where, okay, it's time to start changing your money story, which is the next step, you need money. So that is taking me to the next step. Intentionally chase after purpose and change your money story. And that's where things now, the momentum starts building. Yes, you're in a stable job, you're saving something consistently. Now, how do you change your money story? It is by establishing that goal that, listen, I cannot do this. What am I here for? Why have I been put on this earth? Who are the people that I need to serve? Who are the people? What problems are they facing? What is keeping them up at night? What is dear to my heart? What is the solution that I can provide? Make no mistake, it does not have to be entrepreneurship. Now, entrepreneurship is the way, I think, like for me, but not everybody. It's not everybody that that's the way for them. There are so many ways for you to change your money story. You can start investing, stock exchange, ETFs, and all of that, or you can start a business. It's either I start a business or I get a job that pays me really well. It's a high income role, a well paid job. Do I need to go and upskill to become a developer? Do I need to go and upskill and move on to a different path, to go into academia? Do I need to get a PhD and go into academia and do the thing that I love? Now, here is why we're not chasing after the money here. The money is one of the goals, like changing your money story. But when you now focus on purpose, there is a way that you'll be so busy doing the thing that you love so much that money has no option but to come. I know it's beginning to sound like, it's going to sound cliche. I say this thing all the time, but it's the truth. Even if you say you're in academia, you're a lecturer, and there is no money there, that's a lie. Because when you're doing the thing, people can see that this is where you are. This is the thing that you've been brought here to do. Ideas start coming. There are other ways within your field that things will just start coming and the money starts chasing after you. So once you're able to get stable income, you're managing your money well, it is time to chase after purpose. Find out what purpose is to you. And if you're like, because every time I say this, you're like, okay, so what if you don't know what your purpose is? Then I'll tell you what your purpose is right now. That very thing that you're doing, consistently do it. So the stable job that you have might not be something that you like, but show up consistently. Let it never be said that you did not do your work well, and clarity will come. Honestly, like I started creating content and I didn't know about the different things, but now as I do it, ideas are coming, clarity is coming. I'm seeing why I started creating this content, and I'm just like, okay, these are things I would never have known if I did not start. So consistently do the thing that you're doing right now. Take action. Is that a job? Be diligent. Be there. Do the work. Clock in, clock out, do the work, and give glory to your Father. And honestly, clarity will come. You will just find one day that you're doing the thing that you're meant to be doing. That is how you chase after purpose. Now, whatever it is you have in your hand, you do it right now. Now, once you've been able to change your money story, then that is where we now start talking generational wealth. So, step four, we're now going to say that you use your money to invest and diversify your income sources. And that's where I'm talking about the passage in Ecclesiastes. So you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. And it is Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2. It puts it this way. It says, divide a portion to 7 or 8, for you do not know what evil will be on the earth. You look at other translations, it's saying invest your money into 7 or 8 sources of income. This is where generational wealth comes in. You start buying assets, you're buying properties, you're investing in people's with venture capitalism, you're investing in businesses, you're diversifying your portfolio, you're diversifying your income, where you now start generating income without you doing anything. And that's where passive income comes. I'm not talking digital products, I'm talking passive income. You're investing in stocks, the dividends are coming in, you're buying properties, the value of the properties are appreciating, and your tenants are paying you some sort of rent. Now, if you have all of these assets for a longer period of time, say 30 years and all that, yes, you're older, but you're now beginning to have something to leave for the next set of people after you, the next generation. They are never going to have to start from zero again. This is how you start building generational wealth. We don't start by going straight to start paying for assets. Where's the money? So you need to start from you getting your stable income, steward your money well so that you even have enough money to change your money story, because changing your money story requires money. And then you now start diversifying your income. Now, as I try to wrap up, here is the reset that I want to leave you here with today. Generational wealth is for you, and it's for everyone who is watching this video right now. Scripture already tells us that wealth is one of the blessings that God has given to us. So it was never reserved for families who had a head start or for somebody else, not you. No, it's for everyone who is willing to cling to this blessing and take advantage of it. So surrender that desire to Him and get stable. Sort out your basic necessity. Get a roof over your head. Then manage your money and intentionally chase after purpose. And once you've been able to do that, start investing. Diversify your income sources. This is a life hack, honestly. So just keep that at the back of your mind. And I'm rooting for you because it ends with you in the best possible way. Anyway, if you've watched me to this point and you're like, I have a question, I'd love to hear it. Whatever challenge you're going through with regards to like your money story, settling down, and all of that as an immigrant, I'd love to hear it and I'd love to help. And that's what we're doing here, preferring solutions that you can get started immediately and get the transformation that you desire. So please click the link in the description and send me your letter. And if you've not subscribed to Hello Misola, I would love to have you here as part of the community. We're building a community of immigrants who are in between stock and purpose and chasing after purpose, because we're getting there. And like the video so that the algorithm knows what it knows how to do best. And I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and don't forget to share this with a friend as well. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.